What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we're talking about Kaspa today. This one comes to us at the request of Jetwash Ben. Ben, you made a request saying you wanted a video on this in the live stream. I know we talked about it in the live stream, so hopefully this won't be too different. I don't remember exactly what I said. I know I said that I like the trend. The trend is really nice, actually, compared to most cryptos, especially for one that has a market cap that's not even $1 billion. This looks really good. Like this actually looks really, really, really good. And I do remember saying that I expected kind of immediate continuation. Let's see here. And what that would take in order to see that. We would want to get a close above, was it this? No, I don't remember. I forget what it was that I said, but I mean a close above this green day here would be a nice sign for immediate continuation. But I think we're getting some kind of a double bottom ish over here, maybe like a triple bottom even. I don't know, but it's definitely, to me, it looks like it's in this ascending range on a daily time frame. We can see it here. Zoom out a little bit. You've got this nice daily ascending range where you have higher highs, higher lows throughout all of it. And it looks like this last time you actually had a low here, and then you came down and you had like a slightly higher low. Here you have a low, here you have a slightly higher low. It's a little bit different looking, obviously, but similar, kind of similar. Anyways, looking at it on the RSI on the weekly first, maybe we can go to the monthly. There's not enough data, so you're overbought on the monthly. You are overbought on the monthly, but it's not a bad thing. That can actually be a good thing, to be completely fair. But maybe you have a red month or something, and you can come out of that overbought zone. That's totally possible too. But on the weekly, you were overbought. Now you're back down out of the overbought zone. You're still in the bullish area of control. You have hidden bullish divergence presenting itself. That's when you have a low here. That's where the low closed, right there at about 3.7 cents. And you have a low here, which just happened. We just closed the week, and that's at 4.2, 4.3 cents, somewhere around there. And the thing is, if this week were to close red, in fact, if we were to close red below this week, this hidden bullish divergence would be negated. So you don't want to see that. But on the bright side to that, you have this previous high, the previous all-time high, right there in your way of that low close. So you can wick below it, but as long as you don't close below it, which we have about 6 days, 21 hours left, a full week left in this candlestick itself. I would expect that we don't close below this line, but if you do, maybe we do take a break right now. But if not, I wouldn't be surprised if we continue to go higher. Looking at this thing I'm going to get rid of that white line real quick. Looking at this thing from a fib perspective, from the top to the bottom here, you are not even at your 1272. You did break above the 886. You wicked off of the 786. You closed at the 886 simultaneously in 1 week, finding support in more or less, depending on how you want to look at it, on both of these lines. And now you've actually closed at the 100 level, which is a previous area that you've wicked at. You found support there potentially, and now you're off to your races. I would expect that you see at least the 6 cent mark, if not the 9 cent mark, before this kind of move resets itself, consolidates, whatever. Before you see something like this or like this, right? And it won't just move in a straight line. To some degree, it looks like it is moving in a straight line, but don't forget you had like 2 months here where you went down, 3 months here where you went down, something like that. Here you had like a month and a half where you went down. So, I think that we are getting toward the end of this move, probably, but you can get overbought for quite some time, and you can see some higher readings than this. Your weekly RSI looks very strong, very, very strong. On a daily time frame, and this is where we kind of, I think I might move off of this crypto right here. I might actually go onto an exchange because I want to see some volume. Yeah, we can see it here. Volume is declining, but it's not declining in a bad sense. I wouldn't say it's a bad sense at all, because you're declining as you're moving lower. If volume was declining as you're moving higher, that wouldn't be encouraging. Here you can see, where did your volume start to die off? It started to die off when you're getting in this sideways low moving nothingness. And then it came back whenever you had a move that broke you out of this range that you formed, right? Whenever you had that move, that's when the volume came back. And it built, it was a higher level of volume than the previous area. You want to kind of see that. You want to see volume build as price is building too. That's really what you want to see. Because the second that volume starts to decline when you're making higher highs, that sort of implies that interest is going away. So if interest is going away, the move might be done itself, or that could promote the end of the move. You did get this bullish engulfing candle, which didn't promote a whole lot afterwards, but that's okay because you are right now potentially bouncing off of the 50 area, which you bounced off before. And what did that do? The last time that you bounced off the 50, you just tore straight up, man. So You do kind of have a double bottom off of the 50, which isn't as encouraging, but it can be a good thing. What you just really want to do is not break below this 50, and more importantly, once you bounce, you don't want to come back down here, because I wouldn't expect that you'd get a triple bottom on the RSI. You probably would give at that point. Looking at this on the daily, this is it's all the data that we have on the KuCoin chart, unfortunately. You didn't have bearish divergence, but you did have a double top here, right here. And I guess, double top in the RSI, slightly higher high here in the price. That's probably what merited this kind of downside here. But we've done it. We've been down for like over a week now, and we can go, I think we can continue to go up. Let's see. Looking at the price action itself, if we were to take date and time range from top to when you broke the top, that was 10 bars. From top, I guess that'd be there, right? Is this the high? 5240. It's both the same high. So we'll go with the first one, right? So right there, 10 bars would mean that you'd break this, what is it, 8 bars now, in the next 2 days. And we just started the week, so maybe in the middle of the week you do break this high, maybe you don't. Previous to this, before we went up and broke this high, broke this range, it took a little bit longer. It took 21 days, almost twice as long. And before that even, let's see, we saw a move that took 19 bars. So 10 bars was kind of short. Maybe we do see something that takes a little bit longer. Just because we see something that takes longer doesn't mean that we have to continue moving down. We can continue to move sideways and slightly up even, right? And then inevitably break through. As long as we maintain this kind of higher low structure, this nice like ascending trend that we're in this channel, right? Then I think it's good. If we break, what would convince me that this thing might not be good? Get a day to close first off below this low right here, which is at 4.275 cents, but really a closing low below 4.053 cents would be the most convincing thing to me that this move is probably done. Especially if volume picks up as you're moving down doing that. And again, a day that closes, not a wick that you see. Like if you see a wick go below this and then you come back up and there's a lot of volume, well, that could have been a lot of buying volume. But if you get a day that closes below this line, that could imply further downside for sure. In the more immediate term on the daily here, from this low to this high, you have, you're kind of finding a little bit of resistance. You're battling this 382. That could set you up to go to the 618 or the 69, and if you were to do that, it would expect extensions. So don't do that, man. Try to get out of this. Try to keep going higher. That's all I got to say. Try not to go lower. If you go lower, it's not the end of the world, but it would be really nice to not close below this daily high close here. And it would be really nice to close above this daily high here, which is at 4.665 cents. Looking at it on the 4-hour, kind of going in more, I think the 4-hour looks very bullish, actually. You have a nice looking RSI. Yes, you're in the weaker zones of the RSI, but you bounced right off the oversold zone, bounced right off this purple line twice here. You are kind of hugging it now, which in the live stream, this candle, this 4-hour candle looked different. You were all the way up here. It was looking more like you pumped right off of this line. But now, and I was like, what's nice about that is you're not hugging the line. But now it looks like you're kind of hugging the line. So that is not an encouraging thing. Get up, man. Get going. That's all I got to say is like try not to linger in these areas for too long. The longer you linger, the more I would be implying or expecting that you go down. What you really want to see is get above this 50. Get above this 50. Try to get into the higher areas of the RSI. Get above the 60 level especially. But first things first, get above the 50. The reason why I say the 60 is because right here, this is where he kind of topped off. It's like right around that. It's at that 59 level, right around the 60. The 60 area is the bullish area of control. You start to see some stronger moves, and you start to see some more dominance from the bullish side, and that would just be nice. At that point, you'd have this kind of like uptrend in the RSI where you have higher highs and higher lows. That would be a good thing to see. So hopefully that's something you see in the next like day or so. Today will be telling for sure, I think, of that overall. You don't want to give this 4-hour up because to me it's the most like kind of bullish looking thing besides the weekly. The weekly is very bullish, but just like in the more immediate terms, and this isn't the right chart for the weekly. The crypto chart was the right one, but when I say crypto, KAS USD crypto right here, it's got more historical data. You can just see it, right? Like it's got a lot more historical data. So actually the most on TradingView. But anyways, what was it on a daily that I said? I said 4.665 on a 4-hour. Same thing. Yeah, get a 4-hour to close above that, and you're looking good, man. You're looking good. So you don't even need a daily. You can get a 4-hour to close above that, and confirm it too. Having a 4-hour and a day, which you can't have the day close above it without the 4-hour close. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can have a 4-hour close, but not the day. But you can't have the day close without a 4-hour. So if you get a day to close above it, it'll look really good. But a 4-hour, first things first, would be encouraging for sure. It's a previous area where you have found resistance before. You found resistance again. It'd be a really nice thing to see that go up. Let's see it on the 1-hour. 1-hour RSI looks fine. Actually, the 1-hour doesn't look half bad either, to be completely fair. This, you do have kind of a double bottom on a closing basis. It's a little bit of a higher low, but it's not technically bullish divergence, but to some degree it is, because that's not a double bottom in the RSI. It's a noticeable higher high, and you bounced off the oversold zone here, and you're bouncing off it on the 4-hour. Get above this 50, man. Get above the 50 on the 4-hour. Get above the 50 on the 1-hour, and then things will start to look good. That's really what I gotta say. So I don't know. I like Kaspa. I don't know too much about it. I actually really don't know anything about it other than the chart. For how short of a chart it is, it does look pretty good, better than most cryptocurrencies at the moment. It does have a low enough market cap, being worth $887 million, and a total supply and a circulating supply of this. I'm assuming some tokens might have been burned. No? I don't know. The max supply is this. Maybe they've just yet to be mined. Maybe that's what it is, or they have yet to be produced in whatever way they are. Maybe they get released through a DAO or something. But even if this thing was fully diluted, it's still at a $1.26 billion market cap. Something like this is 100xable if it was to see some serious traction and if we were to get some good growth in the bull market. If not 100xable, 20xable, 50xable, it's going to do great things for anybody who's invested in it, as long as it doesn't rug pull or just like lose its popularity, which right now, to me, it looks like there is some serious interest in this thing. But it's only on KuCoin, which can be encouraging, by the way. It's actually not a bad thing, because the fact that I can't see it, looks like they do some stuff on Bybit too, right? Where is it? Where did I see it? KAS, USD, Bybit. Yeah, they do some perpetual contracts, which is kind of cool. But it's not on Coinbase. Oh, is it? It's not on Kraken yet. It's not on Binance. And those are some of the biggest exchanges. If it was to get listed on that, you would see those exchanges scooping some of this up, and that would really send the prices high, man. That really would. So that's kind of encouraging. If this thing was to catch traction, the exchanges buying it up to sell to their clients, the retail investors, would be a bullish enough signal, let alone how bullish the chart looks itself. So bright things for Kaspa. How far does it go in price? I really don't know. Like I said, a 100x is possible. That could send it up to $4 in price, $4.30 even. It might even go above that. So it might not even go that high. Maybe it goes to $1. Maybe it goes to $2. Maybe it only sees 80 cents. But that's still fantastic growth from a price of 4 cents by the end of the bull market. So that's nothing soon. Although again, if there's rumors that exchanges are going to list them, which with the way this is moving in price, man, I wouldn't be surprised if there's going to be a big exchange that's going to announce that it's going to list it sometime before the end of the year, if not sometime in the beginning of next year. But I think I've said all I need to say on this thing. It's all just speculation. It's not financial advice. It's just my opinion. I do think at the moment, if I had a bias, I would say that Kaspa wants to continue to go up. And if it was to go down, all it would take would be a close that's below this daily high here. Close below there. Don't wick below it. Close below it. And I would be convinced that you're looking like you want to break out of this uptrend and maybe start a little bit of a consolidation phase, which you've done, a couple times throughout this whole thing. So that's totally normal. But just breaking this high, just breaking the all-time highs like this, I wouldn't think that you're going to turn around now. I think that you came back, you found support, you're finding support on your previous all-time high. This is going to be a nice little slingshot that sends you up. Anybody who's got KuCoin, I feel like this thing might be a decent buy, and it's a good risk versus reward, because if it was to close down there, you can just get out knowing that, like kind of having a safe position in the sense that if we were to buy at this current price, and I actually put the line a little bit higher, that is a 7.6% drop. That's a little bit more than I'm comfortable with losing personally in like a speculative buy. Let's get it to like the current price actually. Yeah, I don't know. Hard to say. But still, for crypto, 7% really isn't that much. So if you've got a little bit more of a leniency with how much you could lose, if a 7% drop isn't too much to you, I would. This isn't financial advice, but if I was buying this thing, I would definitely sell it if we had a daily close below there. But if not, what I would more expect is that it does go up. So before I just keep repeating myself, I'm going to end it there. If you guys like the video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to see more, and I will see you on the next one. Have a good day. Take care. Bye.